right, guys, so we're just gonna start off. We're just gonna go through this quick little ankle lock flow. We're not gonna be real super concerned with the leg attachments and stuff today. I'm gonna start with a sitting up position, all right? So ultimately, just from guard, basic, like 3 positions. I can be upright, okay? So up here, just kind of sitting up. I can fall inward, okay, which we'll talk a little more about this, or I can fall outward. And this is most common, all right? But for today, we're gonna do everything from this like seated position, okay? So let's say I'm in guard, boom, boom, real easy. The way I actually like to set this up, I'm gonna do it this way, is I'm gonna drive in like I'm doing a same side overpass. Okay, I'll do it this way so you can see. So like I'm doing a same side overpass and everybody kind of does that little knee shield, right? So boom, I'm here, I just bounce. I just get a little spring and then push back. And what I want to happen is this hand comes under and I slide away. So I'm just, boom, okay? And you see how Cody like slides with me, all right? I want you to make sure either the blade of the wrist or even like kind of that mid little spot here catches. So I'm looking to catch right on his Achilles. So as that foot bends, boom, catches right in that little spot here, okay? Right there. Slide back, boom, okay? My legs, guys, right now, let's just leave this foot here, kind of like a little doorstop. It blocks this leg, and then this foot, guys, we're just gonna go heel to hip, okay? So this is gonna be my upright position just for now, okay? First finish, real simple, guys. Boom. I'm gonna attach the joint of my thumb right to my solar plexus. This hand comes over and grabs, just like I'm grabbing like a guillotine grip, okay? Boop, right here. Now, my finish, I'm gonna like kind of roll my shoulders back and I pinch my elbows in, okay? And then I arch my back, boom, okay? So a little trick here is like, make sure like when you're doing this, I say arch, don't take my head away from my hands, okay? So as I go, boop, I lock this in, I lock it to my chest, I roll those shoulders, I pinch those elbows, and then when I arch my back, my hands and my head stay the same length. Boom, right there, okay? Simple enough. So as we're drilling this, let's just do the setup. We'll just do it from the same side cross pass. However I'm going, boom, his little knee shield comes in, I push back. Don't grab real tight, but not super loose. It should slide. Catch, boom. Okay, hands already set, nice and tight in that Achilles. Bring the hand in, boom. Roll those shoulders, arch the back. Okay, so just like you're deadlifting, guys, and you can tell I deadlift a lot. What's that? Why do everybody laugh? White belts. Because they're ashamed that they can't deadlift as much as you. They're laughing at themselves. Yeah. So here, this like, puff the chest, roll the shoulders back, okay? Like engage your lats. Same thing. Elbows in, nice and tight. Cool? One more time, really fast until the break. So, same side knee over, push back, catch it, and he should slide toward me, okay? Sitting upright, catch it, elbows in. Boom, I said fast and I talked through it all super slow, but you got it. All right, so same setup, boop, slide back, catch, bing, okay? Look, I'm also okay going here with the toes in the hip, but usually it's heel to hip, okay? So, little trick here, just because we run into this sometimes. Let's say I lock this in and I'm not anywhere near that ankle. I actually saw Dean Lister do this. Do like like you're sawing his leg. Just shimmy until you catch, okay? But it's got to catch. So, too high, just kind of saw it back until you lock it in, okay? And then everything's the same. But let's run through this little sequence real quick. We'll just do a couple moves and then we'll move on. Okay, so here's just our standard Achilles lock. Okay, straight ankle lock, whatever you want to call it. Boom. Now, I can switch through on this too and attack it with my opposite arm. So the way I like to do this is I just use this arm to pull this arm under. Right here, okay? But I've got to keep good control. So this armpit stays real tight on his foot so he doesn't escape. This slides through, and then I just kind of figure forward, just like almost like a rear naked choke. But again, guys, I'm still aiming the blade of my wrist right at his Achilles here, okay? Then this can just wrap over. Everything's the same. Give it a nice little squeeze, okay? And you can kind of turn this way with it as well, okay? So I'm still arching my back, all that stuff, but I'm just gonna recenter, okay? You notice how just when my body turns this way, Cody starts tapping, okay? This is stupid tight. So I'm here, having some trouble. Maybe he starts limping his foot out of there, whatever. Boom, switch through, and just wreck it, okay? Good. So we got 1, 2, and then 3. 3, we're gonna go for a toe hold, okay? So I'm gonna use this knee and just push his knee inward a little bit. This hand slips back and pushes his ankle. Kind of think about pushing it to his butt, or his toes to his butt. Now this hand is gonna reach through the Achilles, and I grab my own wrist here, okay? So 1, 2, keep contact here, boom. This hand comes out and over. All right, now the way I finish this, I don't really like just pushing it toward his butt like that. It doesn't really do much. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna move it toward the butt to get a bend in the knee. Now I take the palm of his foot, yeah, we'll go with that, the sole of his foot, boom, and I touch it to his calf, okay? So we're tearing that right there. This is not super debilitating, but I've seen guys get their ankles completely dislocated. I've had my left one cracked twice now, pretty good. You can still walk, it sucks for a little while, but never had dislocated, okay? So here, and also guys, I've seen guys say like, keep that thumb on there and really squeeze the toes. This, I don't care, whatever feels comfortable for you. Sometimes when I grab it, it's thumb over, sometimes it's thumb in. I've been doing a lot of thumb in just for control lately, but if you don't have the thumb on there, I don't think it's a huge deal, okay? But just, it's almost like a wrist lock of the foot. Bah. Okay, I'm rolling that in, and you can take it to the butt a little bit too, okay? So let's just hit those couple. So I start off, same side knee over, if he shin shields me, drop back. So also when I'm dropping back, guys, I'm going in a straight line. Boom, he slides, so I've got my catch. There's my little doorstop, boom. Lock it up, 1, 2, 3, ooh. Cool, good. And keep in mind, guys, we can do any of these on their own, right? If I like this toe hold, it's right there, whoosh. Oh, wrecking, okay? If you want to go straight for the second one, I don't even know what it's called. So real quick, guys, keep in mind, like especially like white belts, even blues right now and purples right now. This straight ankle lock we did, so the first 2, totally legal. All right. This third one we did, this toe hold, illegal until brown in the international events. Okay. There's also a couple little tricks here we can add to this. So I'm going. Let's say I talked about. I can always just reach back and grab this. I can grab this from here. Like if you end up really liking these toe holds, we can go right into it, okay? But let's say, whoop, I'm sitting, I'm struggling with it. Maybe I want it, he's trying to pull his foot out, whatever. Look, I told you guys use that knee to turn his knee in. Why? I can use this free hand too. So I can reach in and pull and kind of scoot. But the most important part about this to get this grip is to make space here, okay? So for me to make that space, I have to take his toes and push them toward his butt. Look at all that space. I almost think about getting this 90 degrees from me, okay? So now whether I've grabbed that backside of his knee or not, I've made that space, okay? So usually I can just get this just by going here, boom, and then turning, right? Now we lock it up, oh, and I'm just tear it off. Cool? So as you're doing this, leg position comes into play, all right? I know we're not focused a lot on leg position today, but ultimately the leg position is what's going to lead to you getting the submission or not. Cody generally wants to roll that way, okay? That's how he relieves the pressure. If he comes the other way,
I don't want to.
thank you. No, just roll hard.
I don't.
Roll hard, that way.
I'll go soft.
Okay, so it's this foot here. Okay, the first one we did the little doorstop on, he goes to roll that way. That's what puts the brakes on him. Okay, so he needs to free that leg before he goes anywhere. Okay, then I'm like, yeah, sucks to be you. So just keep that in mind as I'm going. That doorstop, it keeps him from moving away from me. The heel and the hip keeps him from lifting his hips. So that's why I'm able to attack this. Okay. Now I'm going. Boom. There we go. Okay. Last one we're going to do today is a heel hook. I know. Shh, don't tell anybody. Heel hooks are illegal in just about everything. So right now, especially newer guys, do not do this in class. Even the more advanced guys, as we're training, we typically catch and release. We very rarely finish this off. And the reason the heel hook is so debilitating is it attacks the knee in a twisting manner. It'll blow the ACL out. It's probably the most devastating move in jiu-jitsu, all right? Straight ankle lock, I'm attacking the ankle. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, he taps, okay? Same thing with this one. Toe hold, pretty much the same thing. Generally, even if I finish it, it's not super debilitating. The heel hook, however, tends to hurt, or excuse me, tends to be injured before the pain, right? So something blows out, and then it hurts real bad, okay? So right now, guys, just don't even play with them, but I like showing it because I like people to know it. Cool? The way this heel hook goes is I literally just hook the heel. I start around the sole of the foot and I come up back behind the Achilles, okay? So generally, guys, there's a couple positions here, but generally it's the blade of my wrist right there on his heel. We're just gonna connect this little gable grip here, boom, lock that down. And now to finish, I pull, I rotate this way, okay? And then I lift my hips into his knee, right? So what's happening here is the rotation starts turning his leg this way, and then when I lift, it gives me this, okay? So around it, boom. So I turn, hips up. So you guys will notice Cody tapped long before I even remotely finished this, okay? Boom, so turn, hips up, okay? So I'm just putting it in the flow with everything. I go 1, bop, 2, bop, toe hold, bink. So from the toe hold, guys, just go right here. Bing, boom, okay? Lately, my positioning on this, I've been going here, catching that with my hand, and then hooking my hand, okay? Just so it makes it really hard for him to get out of. But the blade of the wrist is fine for now, okay? So twist, pull, so I'm like pulling this way, and then hips up. Even as we're practicing this, guys, do this extremely slow and do not finish this, okay? Actually, I was in a tournament one time, a guy like I knew fairly well, and I caught him in a heel hook, and I was like, hey, don't get hurt. And he's like, I'm fine. And even at that point, I was like, I just let go. I went for something else. Just because I don't want to hurt anybody. I didn't want to hurt him, let me say that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, or here. If you grab the heel, I like grabbing the heel. Hook my hand, and then this hand just goes right here on my forearm. Boom. Cool? This is for educational purposes only. Don't use it. And I will tell you guys, if you go to another gym and you try to heel hook somebody, they will probably stomp on your face. Like, not even joking.
Don't do it in the gi.
Yeah, it's never allowed in the gi. So heel hooks, just as of last year, maybe 2 years ago now?
2 years, yeah.
They started allowing them at brown and black belt adult no gi. So pretty much you guys, unless you're fighting MMA, cannot do heel hooks. The first time I ever did a private with a black belt, it was Kaiki. He showed me how to heel hook people from bottom guard, top guard, how to use it to escape mount. Like, I've been doing leg locks, heel hooks even like since early stage jiu-jitsu, okay? Fortunately, I've never really been hurt with them. I've never hurt anybody with them because I always try to train safe, right? Like I said, catch and release, especially like we use the heel hooks and stuff in the advanced classes all the time. You just be careful, okay? On both ends, right? If I get Cody in a straight ankle lock and I've got this tight and he doesn't know how to escape it and he just barrel rolls out, he's gonna blow his own knee because his foot's in one spot, okay? Now if I'm doing like a twisting motion, like a heel hook or something, and yeah, he might wanna roll out of that, okay? But there's very specific ways in escaping this stuff so we don't hurt our knees. So if you start training leg locks, number one, protect the person you're attacking legs on, okay? Number two, one of my big rules, protect your feet, right? The biggest thing I see is people sit back for a leg lock and they're like, and then you're like, oh! Every time I go for leg locks, I get leg locked. So I have to put my feet in a position where I'm not gonna get attacked. And then number three, do not become a leg locker, where that's all I go for, okay? This is one of the worst things in jiu-jitsu. This is part of why leg locks get a bad name and why the term leg locker is derogatory. It's not derogatory against the leg locks themselves. It's derogatory against the person that just continuously attacks legs and that's it, okay? The main thing is I need to learn good, solid jiu-jitsu and positioning. I need to learn how to pass guard, okay? So, pass guard. If you're going for leg locks, go for leg lock in class, it's fine. If you need to attack legs, it's a great tool to have. But don't get so reliant on the leg attacks. Every time I get in somebody's guard, I go, ah! And then Cody comes up, and then tournament, and he's crushing me now. He passes my guard, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna attack legs, more legs. And you're just getting smashed the whole time, okay? So, don't just attack legs because you're in guard. Learn to pass guard. Add those in. Leg attacks from guards is a supplement, not a like stage one, okay? And then guys, don't just do, like in a tournament, if I'm up 1 point, don't sit back for a leg lock. Stay on top, okay? If I'm down, I can go for it. But play smart. Like this, I see this happen all the time. Guys are here, I'm up an advantage, I'm up 1 point, and I'm like, you start salivating, like, oh. And then guess what? Boom. Right now, that's 2 points for him. I just lost. Okay? It's a sweep. I was on top. Now he's on top. I just lost 2 points because I attacked a leg for no reason. Cool? Now, if I'm down 50 points, so yeah, rip his leg off. So I always say, like, just don't fall in love with leg locks, especially early on in jiu-jitsu. Get used to the positional stuff first, right? Get good at passing guard, get good at your sweeps, get good at maintaining mount, rear mount, whatever. Leg locks are there, yes, absolutely. Learn them, go for them, know how to escape them, but don't become a leg locker, right? Where that's all I focus on. Put it into the jiu-jitsu. Chokes, arm bars, leg locks. Those are my 3 submissions.